Hey, San Antonio, this is Ron for the MetalWorks. Tonight I'm here at Medieval Nights. Brings me great pleasure to welcome a legendary band that came back this past year and is playing tonight. Let me welcome Mr. Jason McMaster of Watchtower. How you doing, Jason?
Feeling old.
Yeah. Old school, you're still rocking and kicking ass.
Feeling old school, that's right. That's what I meant to say.
There's a lot of young people out there who watch this program. I don't want to take...
Hold on.
South fucking side! The Southsiders came out tonight. A lot of people came out tonight to support you guys. I don't want to take for granted for the people who are watching this show tonight that everybody knows who Watchtower is. Why don't we highlight for some of the young schoolers out there who Watchtower is, where they came from, and some of the successes you guys have had in the past years.
Via Fontana!
Cameo Theater!
Cameo! Metal like a son of a bitch!
Slayer versus Slayer like a son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Metal like a son of a bitch. Oh. You got to air all this, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, good.
You forgot the question?
Yeah, the question is Watchtower. Where Watchtower started in May of actually it started in 1982. I'll just say that. And it was Billy White on guitar, me on vocals, Rick Colaluca on drums, and of course Doug Keyser on bass. We started playing Saxon and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Angel Witch and Motorhead and Rush and Tigers of Pantang and Diamond Head and old Def Leppard shit and just tons of covers, Trust, shit like that. And we played backyard parties all the time. And then we met some of the guys from San Antonio Slayer, and they hooked us up with their record label that Prepare to Die came out on. Rainforest Records. We recorded a record called Energetic Disassembly. It never came out. We ended up re-recording the record back in Austin, and it came out on our own label. We sold 4,000 copies overseas, and Billy left the band in '86. I left the band in '88. Ron Jarzambek from San Antonio Slayer took Billy White's place, of course, and of course, who the fuck else is going to take Billy's place? It was no one else. No one fucking else could have done it, and I don't know what the world would be like without Ron Jarzambek. Or his brother Bobby, who plays drums on the new fucking Halford album. Woo! Fucking Bobby J. Woo! All right, and where was I? All right, and Alan Tecchio from Hades took my place, and they went to Europe and they recorded a record for Noise International. And they sold about 40,000 copies worldwide and kicked fucking ass, even without me or Billy in the band. Fucking Watchtower. And during that time, I went and joined a rock and roll outfit called Dangerous Toys, and we toured and sold a bunch and had a good time and all that stuff. And then here we are in year 2000, and somebody from Germany emailed me, wanted us to come play a festival with all the bands that Tower used to cover back in the day, and now we're going over there to play with all them, and we needed some warm-up shows, and we just did Medieval Nights, and we're doing the Back Room in Austin tomorrow, and it'll be fucking awesome, and this couldn't have been any better.
You guys, you and other people in the band have been staying busy musically. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing since your Watchtower days.
Like I said, I've done over a decade now with Dangerous Toys, and I have a new band called Godzilla Motor Company, which is heavy old school metal in the vein of Helmet and Tool and old Metallica and stuff like that. Old school metal, that's enough to say. And I'm playing bass and singing. I have another rock outfit called Broken Teeth, which is old school Bon Scott style AC/DC. Fucking Bon Scott! And I got a Kiss cover band called Sick, and a bunch of other shit that ain't worth talking about.
You guys are playing these gigs. Can you call this a formal reformation of the band, or is this just for fun?
We'll see what happens. There's talk of us doing another record, and we'll see what happens. If we do another record, you know the title will be Mathematics.
Yeah, Watchtower! Yeah! Watchtower!
You guys were no doubt a big impact back in the day. with the progressive and the technicality of the music. Tell me, looking back now, back at those days, how do you feel being such a big influence to other bands? And also, did you realize you were making such a big impact back then?
We were in high school back then, so we had no idea. We got together basically right. I wish. We were basically together so we could do covers of our favorite new wave of British heavy metal bands like Accept and Raven and shit like that, and it just kind of evolved and turned into this weird prog metal, techno, thrash kind of shit, and we ended up playing with death metal bands back in the 80s like Celtic Frost and Voivod and shit like that, and they couldn't really bill us with anybody else because the music was so fucking weird. So I didn't know that those kind of bands would actually ask to have us on the bill, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, and so I had no idea, but obviously it's...
Recently, you guys released a track for the Accept tribute album. Y'all did Run If You Can.
Yes.
Are you guys going to be doing other little songs like that on tribute songs that people can get their hands on new Tower tunes, professionally produced?
No.
None in the works so far?
No.
Okay. Right now, people would say metal's coming back in a very strong way, and you
never left.
Never left.
Never left. The media stopped spoon-feeding everybody, and now that everybody doesn't know where, they're all like blind now. Oh, where's the metal on MTV and on the radio? Where's it at? Oh, well, I'm just going to start liking hip-hop now. Spoon-feed me. Spoon-feed me some shit. Well, you know, MTV is just a big commercial, and, you know, there's room for it and everything. I got nothing against that. It's okay, but... You know, metal didn't go anywhere. It's right. It's been, all you got to do is buy the CD and press play.
No doubt the industry is changing right now with the impact the internet has made. You're very active on the internet, Jason. You have your websites going. You're on the email. What kind of impact has the internet made both good and bad, especially with the Metallica suit going against Napster here recently?
I can understand where Lars and Metallica are coming from, and I can understand how like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit is all about it, and how someone like Lars wouldn't be about it because of the way that it's just like bootlegging and trading tapes and shit and pirate stuff, you know, and that's just part of it. That's just part of it, and some people get upset about it, and some people are like, hey, fuck it, the more free shit people, hey, if you're taping my shit and giving it to this guy and he's taping it, giving it to somebody else, that just means all you motherfuckers are going to be at the show next time.
Right.
So that's my take on it. I understand that, and that's the old school way, and it's not the same anymore on a business standpoint, but I don't care about that shit. All I care about is being able to email or talk to or hand someone a flyer or so they can come to the show and have a good time, and that's what it is. I don't give a fuck.
Jason, I want to thank you for taking the time for the fans of San Antonio, man. Once again, coming out on the show tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having the opportunity to see you guys
and make
tonight.
copies of the show because I want to see that shit, so I can bootleg it and give everybody free copies.
Don't forget, San Antonio, Jason McMaster and Watchtower are back out on the scene. If you see them out and about, you better go check them out. This is Rob for the MetalWorks. Watchtower fucking rocks right here. You're going to see some live shit coming up next, so stay tuned.